Bismillah, Adaman, Adahim, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, Iyaka na'budu, or Iyaka nasta'in. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all's day. Tried to make the best out of y'all day. I hope you learned something today. You're gonna be you learn something every day, whether you notice or not. Uh, Whether you learn the right thing to do or wrong thing to do, you always learn. Uh, you are receivers, picking up signals all the time, whether you pay attention or not. What's good to know, what you should want to know, is who you are. What you mean? I know who I am. I'm so and so Johnson. No, you're not. You don't know who you are. Listen. To know who you are is supreme. To know whose you are, is even more supreme. To know who the enemy is excellent. The Bible say, "Be alert and of sober mind, because your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour." Literally. Or resist him and he'll flee from him. Do you know how to identify the enemy? Or dude, he'll use whatever he can try to use. Money, jobs, resources, places, things, people, anything dude can try to use, get his next little stubby little fingers in or whatever. Listen, or do you know how to identify him? Most of y'all got y'all friends confused with your enemies, and your enemies confused with your friends. All right, some of y'all family the enemy. Jesus said a man's own household gonna be the members. Jesus said a man's own enemy is gonna be the members of his household. Right? You know what I mean? It get deep. But it ain't flesh and blood that we wrestle against. But you must know how to identify the enemy. If you know how to identify him, you can catch that bastard. Say, Satan, get behind me. You know what I mean? The Lord rebuke you. And he got no choice but to flee. It's rather he gonna go or you gonna go your way. Or either way, work for me. Whether he gonna go or all right, I'm gonna hop. Whether he gonna go or you gonna go. But either way, you resisting. You know what I mean? Dude can't mess with you. You gonna get tired of messing with you, or you know what I mean? It's that. All right. But that's only if you know how to identify him. If you don't know how to identify him, you're gonna fall into his scheme traps every damn time. Don't do that. Know who you are, whose you are, and who the enemy is. If you know these three things right here, you're gonna do fine in life. All right, let's pick up where we left off. Message to the black man. I'm gonna try to get this through and finish with y'all. All right, because it's vital stuff to know. The simple fact that made it this far is cool. Like, all right, message to the black man in America by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Peace and blessings be upon the dear apostle. This brother wrote this book in 1965. It's 2025. How many years is that? 1965, 75, 85, 95, 05, 15, 25. That's it's like 60 years. 1965, 75, 85, 95, 05, 15, 25. Yeah, it's been 60 years since his brother wrote this book. It's beneficial now than it was when he wrote it. Truth be told. Let's pick up the message to the black man in America, page 273. The title say, America's fallen. Her doom is sealed. I compare the fall of America with the fall of ancient Babylon. Her wickedness, sins, is the same as history shows of ancient Babylon. Right? Babylon is suddenly fallen, and the destroyed howl for her. The only people who seem to care about America going down, and just in general, even wickedness. It's like a wicked program. You know, people like whatever wicked. People doing. The only people care about it that people getting stopped is people like themselves. Like, right. That's like someone who like run a prostitute organization or something. You know what I mean? People happy to see something like that stop. Anything put in that category. The people happy. They don't want to see people doing that. But the people who don't want to see that stop is people who do it. You know what I mean? You with the bull crap. You know what I mean? Anyway, let that sink in. Babylon is suddenly falling, and the destroyed howl for her. Take balm for her pains, if so she may be healed. Jeremiah 51, verse 18. What were the sins of ancient Babylon according to history? She was rich, she was proud, and her riches increased her corruption. She had every merchandise that the nations wanted or demanded. Her ships carried her merchandise to the ports of every nation. She was a drunkard. Wine and strong drinks were in her daily practice. She was filled with adultery and murder. She persecuted and killed the people of God. She killed the saints and prophets of Allah. Hate and filthiness, gambling, sport of every evil as you practice in America were practiced in Babylon. Only America is modern and much worse. Ancient Babylon was destroyed by her neighboring nations. I warn you to let their destruction serve as a warning for America. This people has gone to the limit in doing evil. As God dealt with ancient people, so will he deal with the modern Babylon, America. As God says, Son of man, when the land people sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out mine hand upon it, and will break the staff of bread thereof, and will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beast from it. Ezekiel chapter 14, verse 13. We see with our own eyes, but the wicked Americans are too proud to confess that they see the bread of America gradually being cut off. Take a look into the Southwest and Middle West. See the hand of Allah at work against modern Babylon to break the whole staff of her bread for her evils done against his people, the so-called Negroes. Texas and Kansas were once two of the nation's proudest states. Kansas, known for its wheat, and Texas for its cattle, cotton, corn, and many other vegetables and fruits. They are today in the grip of a drought. Continuous raging dust storms. Their riverbeds lie bare, their fish stinking on the banks in dry, parched mud. When the rain comes, it brings very little relief and does more damage than good. Snow comes, it brings not joy, but death and destruction. After the snow comes more dust storms. With the rain comes hailstones, very large stones. America has not seen the large hailstones. She will see hailstones the size of small blocks of ice breaking down crops. All right. Trees, the roofs of homes, killing cattle and fowl. Behind this terrific earthquake, the people frightened, killed, much sickness and death will be widespread. You are getting a token of it now. On the outside, a threat of an atomic war between the nations of the earth. Yet you have your eyes closed at the manifest judgment of Allah going on in your midst to bring this country to naught. Allah has found his people, the so-called Negroes, and is angry with the slave masters for the evil done by them to his people, the so-called Negroes. Allah is going to repay them according to their doings. My poor people who have turned to their own God, my poor people who have turned to their own God and religion, Allah and Islam, are being tracked down and watched as though they are about to rob a bank. This is done to try to put fear in them. There's no fear in the hearts. Yeah. Anyone try to put fear in the people of God's hearts, the Lord will put that fear right back in them. In fact, when fear approach, I challenge the fear. I like to face my fear. Word. Anyone think this or think that? A lot of people get nervous and afraid. I challenge my fear. Word. That's the word I'm telling you. People this and that. Word. So that ain't gonna work. Word. Because they'll do that crap. Must try this and that. Man, to hell with that. Must get that fear put right back in them. All right, fast. So that they might stay away from their God, Allah. They try to put fear in you, so that they might stay away from their God, Allah, and his true religion, Islam, as the devil knows their salvation and defense. They, the devils, watch the steps of the righteous, the Negroes, and seek to slay them. Psalms 37, verse 32. The so-called Negroes live under the very shadow of death in America. There is no justice for them in the courts of their slave masters. Why should not America be chastised for her evils done to the so-called Negroes? If God destroyed ancient Babylon for the mockery made of the sacred vessels taken from the temple in Jerusalem, what do you think Allah should do to America's mockery of the so-called Negroes that she took from their native land and people and filled them with wine and whiskey? Now she, America, puts on a show of temptation with their white women in newspapers, magazines, and the streets, every day. Everywhere you go, you see, you will see a white woman halfway naked. You know what I mean? That's a lot of black people get it from. Y'all black sis, y'all like showing y'all behind like that. You wasn't like that at first. You know what I mean? Right. Half nude and posing in the so-called Negroes' faces is the most indecent manner that is known to mankind. To trick them, the so-called Negroes, to death and hell along with them. Be wise, my people, and shut your eyes to them. Do not look at them in such an indecent way. Clean your homes of white people's pictures. Put your own on the walls. The only so-called Negroes pictures you will see in their homes are one they have lynched, one they want to kill, or one who has betrayed his own people for them. Or you'll see people who are you damn sure would. Once upon a time, they all hated Malcolm X. Nowadays, everyone got a Malcolm X picture. Word. Once upon a time, they didn't like Martin Luther King. Now they name streets out. You know what I mean? Word. That's enough. Think about what I'm saying. Word. America is fallen. She is a habitation of devils and every uncleanness and hateful people of the righteous. Forsake her. Fly to your own before it is too late. The decline of the dollar is what the title say. The decline of the dollar. The stronghold of the American government is falling to pieces. She has lost her prestige among the nations of the earth. One of the greatest powers of America was her dollar. The loss of such power will bring any nation to weakness. For this is the media of exchange between nations. The English pound and the American dollar have been the power and beckon and light of these two great powers. But when the world went off the gold and silver standard, the financial doom of England and America was sealed. The pound has lost 50% of its value. America's dollar has lost everything now as power backing America's dollar has lost everything. Now as power backing for her currency, which was once backed by gold for every $5 note and up. All of her currency was backed by silver from a dollar note and up. Today, the currency of America is not backed by any sound value, silver or gold. The note today is something that the government declares it will give you the value in return, but does not name that value. They definitely are not backing their currency with silver or gold. This is the number one fall, and it is very clear that the loss of the power of the American dollar means the loss of financial power of America. What will happen since there is no sound backing for her note? We do not know. What should we expect even in the next 12 months under the fall of the power of America's dollar? This means that we have 100% inflation. What could happen under 100% inflation? Your guess is as good as mine. The power of gold and silver was once abundant in America, but the touch of the finger of God against the power of so mighty a nation has now caused the crumbling and fall of America. We can easily and truthfully liken the fall of America to the prophetic symbolic picture given in the Bible, Revelation of John 18, verse 2. The name Babylon used there does not really say whether it is ancient Babylon or a picture of some future Babylon. The description it gives is as follows. And he, an angel, cried mighty with a strong voice, with authority, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils. Allah has declared the people to be a race of devils, and the whole of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. The description here given to the Babylon by the prophets compares with the present history and people of America and their fall. The picture shows the cause of her fall. First, she had become the habitation of devils, making her a haven for every people that loved the works and doings of the devil. Here, the prophet refers to them symbolically as being a hole of every foul spirit and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. People are referred to as birds, snakes, beasts, fish. Yep. You ever heard someone say, he a dog, she a dog? Don't trust her, he a snake. She big as a cat. You ever hear these phrases? They damn sure do. People are referred to as birds, snakes, beasts, fish, and other animals to tell or represent the characteristics of that person. It is universally known that the very beginning of the American people was from the lower class of European people. Their first ruler, President Washington, was a fugitive from England. He damn sure was. The common, dissatisfied, and lower grade of European people followed and boosted his authority. This field and inhabited America with a very low class and low base people. Then this type of people went into Africa and purchased slaves from among our people who were also uneducated. Most of them, but most of them, but there were a few, who were highly educated. All of these began to mix with the low base, evil-minded, real citizens of the Western Hemisphere, the whites. When America, when America began to get strong in power, she opened her doors to the underprivileged laborers in overpopulated countries such as China, Japan, and other European states to seek citizenship in America. This brought America into being one of the most mixed people who were granted the freedom to live any kind of life they chose. They were not forced to serve the God of the universe, who made the heaven and earth, or any religion. They had freedom to worship. They had freedom to worship. This made America a haven for any people who wish to be free of the compelling aspects of religion and just rule and authority. This people, for the past 500 years, has put into practice every evil that is imaginable. Word. The freedom of uncleanliness is granted and is worshipped. The percentage of sexual worship of the same sex is greater than in any other government on the face of the earth. Little children are being taught sex almost from the cradle, making the whole nation, as one man put it, nearly 90% freaks of nature. All right. Yeah, right. I'm trying to type in it. Yeah, that's great. On the streets of any metropolitan city in America, it is common to see men sweethearting with men and women sweethearting with women, little boys with little boys, and little girls with little girls. Sad to say, it's how messed up the people done got. In some places, it's jacked up, my boy. I ain't gonna play. It is common. It is so common that a decent family is puzzled as to where to send their children for schooling. There are no all-girls schools as there once were. They are all girls schools. They are all girls schools of sweethearts, the same sex falling upon their own. Boys' colleges are breeding such filthy practices. The jails, prisons, and the federal penitentiaries are all breeding dens of homosexuals. As the prophet says in the 18th chapter, she is a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. There are types of hateful birds. This is why a symbolic name is given. It means human beings. There are birds of prey and birds that are unclean, such as crows, owls, buzzards, and ravens, who live and thrive off the carcasses of others. And there are unclean people living and thriving off of the unclean. It is time that God intervenes to bring about an end of such people as the wicked America. Right. She offers the same filth to all of the civilized people of the earth, and she hates you if you are against her way of life and will threaten you with death. To hell what she think, what America think, anybody else like that. That's why the Lord whooping their asses now, you know what I mean? As the Sodomites did, you know what I mean? Well, I'd rather die than be with the people anyway. I ain't gonna flex. Yeah, I'd rather die than be with their ass. I ain't gonna flex. The Sodomites did Lot and his followers. Oh, as the Sodomite did Lot and his followers. They didn't like Lot. But I say to you, as the fourth verse of the chapter 18 says, you that want to be a better people than this, come out of her. Amen. The so-called American Negroes are referred to here in the fourth verse. In the fourth verse, as being God's people, my people, come out of her, that you may not be partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. Word. This is a call to the American so-called Negroes to get up, to give up a doomed, wicked people that have destroyed them from being a people worthy of recognition and who have now become lovers of their enemies and destroyers. The fifth verse tells us that her sins have reached into heaven, and God has remembered her iniquities and is ready to destroy her. Her destruction cometh quickly, according to the eighth verse, that plagues of death, mourning, and famines, which cometh in one day, 1 year, where it's going to be one solid year, stuff going to hit you. Boom. Lord give you that. 1 year, boom. And you're going to know it too. You're going to know it, feel it, and see it before it happens. They going to know it, feel it, and see it before it happens. And then after that, she shall be destroyed by fire, utterly burnt. This is backed up in these words. Strong is the Lord God who judge her. Word. Here it gives us a knowledge that he who judges is well able with power, with wisdom, and with deliberate and careful maneuvering to give judgment against her. The resurrection of our people is what the title says. The old world must be removed to make way for the new world. There is a universal struggle being waged by the old world against the beginning of the new world. Will the old world's opposition prevent the establishment of the new world? Question mark. According to recorded history, the efforts being made by the old world against the beginning of a new world will fail, as did former opponents of Allah. Right. According to the history of Noah, the people ridiculed the very thought of Allah bringing a flood to drown them. Noah was laughed at and scorned for preaching such a doctrine. According to the Bible and Holy Quran, he was called a liar and looked upon as a crazy person. Some of the members of Noah's family joined the mockers and disbelievers of Allah and his messenger, who was Noah. They also met the same fate of the others who disbelieved. The opposition of that world was the advent of a better world. The opposition of that world to the event of a better world was a total failure. Where so shall it be with those today who oppose the beginning of a new world of righteousness, Islam. In the time of Abraham and his nephew Lot, before the birth of Ishmael and Isaac, Abraham's two sons, the people, mockers, and haters of truth and righteousness in that part of the world, the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah had become victimized by every imaginable evil. They even threatened the life of the preacher of righteousness, Lot, disregarding the strangers, the angels, visiting Lot until it was too late. So it is with the opponents of the messenger of Allah today in America. The wicked always believe they are mightier than Allah, and they make a supreme effort to thwart the plan and purpose of Allah to bring about a better world. They always love to attack the messenger to try to condemn him as a liar. The Holy Quran repeatedly prophesies a miserable, shameful, and disgraceful defeat for the disbelievers and hypocrites in their campaign against the last messenger of Allah, whom Allah will raise in the time of the resurrection of the dead people. All right. Messengers are never sent. They always are raised in the midst of those whom Allah would warn, so they cannot claim that they did not understand the language of the messenger, or say that he was a foreigner or stranger. The messenger is one from them. Word. The messenger is one from them. For over 40 years, I have served you, just as Allah's warners of old served a hard-hearted and a hard-headed disbelieving people who were great lovers of the enemies of Allah and the true religion, Islam, which means entire submission to Allah's will. There is mockery and evil plans are made against my life by the wicked, just as they were made against Noah and subsequent prophets. The powerful, rich world of Christianity, especially America, is made to seem as immovable as the mountains, but it is not impossible to remove mountains. Right. Jesus said in the book, anyone who believes can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will throw itself in the sea. Word. Anyone say any mountain that's in the way, you can tell it, move from here to there. Mountain is a representation of whatever's in the way. Spirits, people that move from here to there, and they gotta move. Any mulberry tree that's not bearing fruit, you can say, be uprooted and go throw yourself in the sea. And it's gonna go throw itself in the sea. If you believe, I believe that. Word. All right. All you gotta do is speak it and believe, and it's done. So wealth and power also can be reduced to nothing. People see that you can be up one day. You think God can't bring you down? Fast, no problem. Without shooting a gun. All right. Without shooting a gun, you can be up, mighty, powerful, and boastful. The Lord can sit your ass down without shooting a gun. All right, that. Put you on a sick bed. Make you think about it. Without a gun. Some of y'all was forceful and try to get control, take control forcefully. You use your hands. God ain't got a little finger. He ain't got a little finger. He'll use your own damn body against you. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? The heat on. It's on, bro. I feel like got a little heater right here. I need to cut on. Dang. I think that's pretty cool. A lot of people use guns, manipulation, all type of tricks and tactics. The Lord ain't gotta lift a damn finger. He'll let your own body turn against you. What you think about that? Those who are mighty, powerful, and boast, he able to sit down without lifting a damn finger. What you think about that? Anyway, we are now living in the judgment or doom of the white man's world. Preparations have been made to meet every effort by the white man to oppose the beginning and setting up of Allah's new world of righteousness, Islam. The government, USA, today watches my followers with an evil eye. Mine's always or seeking to deceive anyone who would enter the fold to help further the cause of truth and the upliftment and the mourning heads and grieving hearts of the American so-called Negroes to help them make a nation of righteousness and justice to serve as a star for the nations of their own kind forever. The U.S. government is active and its deceitful work of trying to slow the progress of resurrecting our people. America whites want us to reject Allah. They can go to hell. And any people who, I don't give a damn, you black people. I don't give a damn, it's my people. trying to turn me away from God. From Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Nessa, the great I am, my Father God, Allah, Abba, word, the Lord of the universe, the heavens and all who dwell in them. Anyone who try to turn you away from God, they can get the hell on. Yeah. Word up. Word. You know? Crazy shit. They want us to reject Allah and the true religion, Islam, and believe in their false religion and false God, Lord KC, whom they cannot make manifest to you. They cannot prove to you in this day and time that Christianity is a defense for you as well as for themselves against their doom. America must be taken and destroyed according to the prophets at the time and end of the wicked world, where the lost and found members of the ancient and aboriginal people are found. America hates and mistreats her slaves to the extent that it has reached the heart of Allah and the righteousness of the people of the earth, the nation of Islam. We read where our black brothers refer to the American so-called Negroes as their brothers. While, according to the preachings of some of the lost and found members of the aboriginal nation of the earth, they would rather have themselves referred to as the brothers of their enemies. We read where our black brothers refer to the American so-called Negroes as their brothers, while, according to the preachings of some of these lost and found members of the aboriginal nation of the earth, they would rather have themselves referred to as the brothers of their enemies. Oh, I see what he's saying. Where the extent to which the enemy has poisoned the minds and hearts of my people here in America. Where some of our own black people with these people acting crazy as hell, doing crazy ass things. Always this and that. But then I thought I got bills playing. They willfully do anything to deceive the so-called Negroes into going to their doom with them. Hey, if you want to ride the bus, go ahead. If you want to drive the bus off the cliff, go ahead. I'm gonna go to you. If any one of y'all want to follow Satan, nigga, go to you. Joshua would have told you the same damn thing. Joshua 24, he said, as for me and my household, we're going to serve the Lord. If y'all want to go worship the gods beyond the Euphrates River or the Amorites, go ahead. You know what I mean? We're going to serve the Lord. Whatever y'all want to do what y'all want to do. I ain't stopping y'all from serving Satan. If you want to serve Satan and be on the crazy ass path, hey, you got a free choice. Go ahead. I ain't going to beg you, no, don't do this. Obviously, you like walking. Obviously, you like looking crazy. Obviously, you like talking crazy. Obviously, you like being filled up with questions. Obviously, you like dumb crap. Obviously, you know what I mean? You don't want to be peaceful. Don't want to be happy. You don't want to be content. Hey, Ain't nobody gonna force you to be. Word. You know what I mean? Word. Somebody be crazy. Must clearly made their path up. You know what I mean? That's like a girl. That's like you trying to keep a girl who don't want to be with you. It's the equivalent of that. Some of y'all just like that. It's like trying to keep a relationship. Shorty says she don't love you. She's showing you that she cheating on you. You know what I mean? And you gonna beg to keep her? It's the equivalent of what y'all doing. Some of y'all got a girl who y'all know cheating on y'all. She telling you she don't give a damn about you, but you gonna cry for her. Man, I love you. You love her, my nigga. She don't love you. Is you dumb, stupid, or slow? You know what I mean? Word. I don't know, but hey, some people they like to think like that. There is no way for the enemy of Allah, his messenger. There is no way for the enemy of Allah, his messenger, and his people, the darker people of the earth, to find strength, power, and wisdom enough to win in a war against Allah. Right. Yeah, there is no enemy. There is no way for the enemy of Allah, right, his messenger, and his people, the darker people of the earth, to find strength. There is no strength the enemy can muster. No power, no wisdom. There is no, ain't no conniving you can think of. You can't think of it. Say you slow the word. I ain't even gonna get on dude's back because he already done. They already done. Was understood and got to be explained. You know what I mean? Power and wisdom. There is no power and wisdom that you can muster up enough to win a war against Allah. As it is written in the Christian Bible and many other places. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. And you, which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Peter chapter 3, verse 10. I think it's 1 Peter, I believe. Peter chapter 3, verse 10. 1 Peter, 2 Peter. This is one of them. Peter chapter 3, verse 10. 2 Peter. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. The earth shall not be burnt. Excuse me. It will be here for many thousands of years to come. Only that on the earth, the devils, which has sinned against Allah and his laws, will be destroyed. Right? The earth, the sun, the moon, and the stars have never disobeyed Allah since their creation. Right? The Lord, you ever heard when I read earlier, the Lord gonna make a new heaven, new earth. He ain't gonna destroy the heavens and earth. Nah, he gonna make a new earth. He gonna make a new earth, but he ain't gonna destroy the earth completely. Nah. What you mean? The same as that thing in the first world when God destroyed the world by water. The earth still is, but he destroyed that world. He didn't destroy the whole wide world, as in blow the earth up. No, but he destroyed that world. If you understand it, by water. But the earth still is. But he's gonna destroy the world system that's on the earth, making a new earth, in a sense. But the earth ain't gonna be blown up and destroyed. It's gonna be the same earth. The land we live on gonna be here for thousands and thousands of years. But it's gonna be a new system. Just like in Noah's days, the Lord destroyed that world by water. All right, if that makes sense to you. Yeah. Make America know her sins. Make America know her sins. The doom of America approaches, and there are many people who do not really know why. There are also many who would not like to know. Like to keep on playing games on you. Word. It's bro, you know how many people be playing games? One of these days they're gonna wake up and be wondering what happened. You ain't gonna be able to do what you do no more. Word. Mentally, physically. You know what I mean? Word. Listen, man. Pay attention. Life's short. Time goes very, very fast. People not paying attention. People pass away all the time. They dying every day. Many people they not paying attention, bro. Listen, as I have always said, truth hurts, especially the guilty. It is the express purpose of the coming of God, whose proper name is Allah. If you feel comfortable calling him Jehovah, Jehovah Jireh, cool. Allah, I mean Abba, the great I am, the Alpha, the Omega, the Lord of the heavens and the universe, and all who dwell in them. These are his names. I am who I am. God our Father got many names. Word. In the Bible, in the book of Revelation, it say God got a name that don't none of y'all know. Word. Jesus got a name that y'all don't know. That's the book of Revelation tell you this. Get your Bible. I'm not making this up. All right, it's in your Bible. All right. Revelation chapter 3, verse 12 say, I will write on them the name of my God and the name of the city of my God. The name of the city of my God, the New Jerusalem, which is coming down out of heaven from my God. I will also write on them my new name. Jesus got a new name. Word. Word. That's what the Bible says. Do you believe that? I do. Anyway, where I stop it? Yeah, truth hurts, especially the guilty. It is the express purpose of the coming of God, whose proper name is Allah, to make manifest the sins of a people who he would destroy, justifying his destruction of that people. America represents herself as a Christian nation. Listen, any one of y'all in America, of course you is, if you're watching. Do you know how slaves were started? Who made slaves in America? It was so-called Christian people. I'm a Christian, but not like them. That's not Christian-like. I ain't never read, well, in the Bible, Jesus ain't never say nothing about Christianity. First of all, he never say be Christian. He don't know nothing about Christianity. That's not in the Bible. But I understand Christian. To be a Christian is to follow Christ. The people that came over here, they use God's good name as a cover up for their dirty religion. They call it Christianity. They made slaves out of us for 400 years. Raped, murdered, killed our parents. For 400 years now, boy. They did this in the name of Christianity. It was in Christianity that they got their authority to make slaves out of people. You're telling me something right with this religion? Think about what I'm saying, man. To this very day. The people y'all see on TV, all these other things, they call themselves Christian. They homosexual, drunkards, addicts, they robbing, stealing, killing in the name of Christianity. I guarantee you, most of y'all who rob, stealing, killing, actually with your religion is, you're going to say, I'm a Christian. Like hell you is. You a Christian. Jesus Christ won't doing none of these things y'all doing. It's something different. It's something different and wrong with y'all thinking. Word. Jesus never said I'm a Christian. Is you stupid, dumb, or slow, Wendy? I was one I already moved y'all off my channel already. Y'all keep saying dumb stuff ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That I already talked about already. Christianity. All right, bro. You gotta admit something wrong with this religion. Look at the people. Y'all been going to church 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Have you grown in your walk with Christ? Or are you still confused? You can't even teach your children nothing. My great grandma, I ain't got her picture right, it's in my other job. My great grandma was a good Christian woman. She didn't smoke, she didn't drink, she didn't rob, she didn't steal, She didn't sell her people stuff. She didn't steal from none of her people. She was a faithful woman to her husband. She raised up children and took them in church, tried to show them the way. My great grandma wasn't no teacher. She didn't open the Bible and read with me, but her life, the Bible says, let your light shine. It's some good Christian people who truly try to follow Christ. But the majority so-called Christian people, bro, they're not following Christ. You doing whatever the hell you want to do in the name of Christ. And you wonder why your walk ain't straight, why your talk ain't straight. 9 times out of 10, you physically probably not straight. You know what I mean? Word. Listen, man. Add it up. I follow Christ Jesus. Word. Better. Can't you see? You know what I mean? Word. Well, it's crazy. But where I get right here? Yeah, I'm a Christian, but not like these people. Word. I'm a real Jewish man, but not like these people. Word. Jesus was arguing with the Jews. Everywhere you see in the religions, bro, you see Muslims being fake. Jesus was arguing with Jewish people. He said to those Jews who believed in him, if you hold to my teaching, the truth will set you free. You had some real Jewish people there, but also to the Jews he was arguing with. They said, Abraham our father, this and that. Jesus said, man, if Abraham was y'all father, you would do what Abraham did. You know what I mean? Word. My great grandma, she served the Lord. And the people was connected, you would do what she did. You know what I mean? Word. Y'all do the opposite. Y'all don't hold on. Y'all this or that. Let that sink in. You know, word. Many people. Well, just anybody who this or that. Not word. Anybody. I use my great grandma because I like my great grandma. Word. She had a light that she let shine. These other people don't like, because they not shining. They got bull crap excuses. I'm sorry. I'll live a life of this. Your whole life is a testament that you off. Excuses. And still making excuses. I wonder what your excuse gonna be when you stand before God your Father. Well, I ain't know better. Yeah. Depart from me. I never knew you. All right. You know what I mean? Never knew you. Never knew you. Sad but true. All right. It's gonna really hurt coming from him. You think it hurt coming from people around you. You know what I mean? Because they tired of your bull crap too. Imagine the Lord. I don't know. Depart from me. What you gonna do? You can't crap. Can't this and that. And then you gotta go. Where he say depart. Where you think you going to? Just think about that while y'all paying attention. Or let that sink in. You know what I mean? I can't help it. You can look at me all you want to. One of these days, you got to close your eyes. You got to close your eyes one of these days. Whether you're going to hear, well done, my good and faithful servant, or depart from me, you workers of iniquity. Which one you think you're going to hear? You know what I mean? Think about that while y'all pay attention. All right. Anyway, America represents herself as a Christian nation. This means that they are followers of Jesus, whom they call the Christ, and say that they are crystallized into him and God, and have become one, as they say. God the Father, Jesus the Son, and the Holy Spirit and the Holy Ghost. They profess to be a friend and defenders of all peace-loving and freedom-loving people. The only people we really see that they want to be friends of are themselves and their kind. They are really sincere when they say that they are freedom-loving people. Above all, the white man, the world over, wants to be free to rule and dominate the Aboriginal people. Can't you see they made slaves out of y'all already? In the past, my boy. You got some good Caucasian brothers. Word. Don't get that wrong. You got some good white people. I ain't gonna flex you. It's some good people with some good hearts who saved and will go to heaven. But if the shoe fit, the majority of these people, evil, crooked, demon-bound beings. And it's in your history that shows that. 400 years, they made slaves out of people. raped people, took their land. Y'all celebrate Thanksgiving, then they took the Indians' land. Who you talking about? Ain't nothing wrong with sitting down, eating at the table, having fun with your people, and celebrating. That's cool. But I'm just saying that listen, they got a history of doing crap. Is y'all dumb, deaf, or blind? Do y'all not see, or you don't want to see? What's wrong with you? Pay attention. Wake up. Or sleep forever in the dust. Or pay one or two. You better wake up and pay attention. That's my advice to you. Oh, word. Or go to hell with the rest of them. You know what I mean? Word. You know what I mean? Word. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Word. You know what I mean? Word. Today, America's doom is set like a die. She cannot escape. It is impossible for her to escape. For her to escape will classify the prophets of God and God himself as predicting lies. When God appeared to me in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praises are forever due, in 1931 in Detroit, he said that America was his number one enemy on his list for destruction. Lead up. That right there. While he mentioned other European whites as getting a little extension of time, you got some people who good. The Lord will extend your time a little bit. You do right, you'll live. You do wrong, you die ahead of time. You know, it's very short, very listen, man. You do right, you live. You do wrong, you will die ahead of time. Obviously, you obedient, you live. You disobedient, your life will be cut short. How you want to live? You lucky and blessed if you make it to old age. Look at these people. Don't you see a lot of young people dying? They don't make it to 18, 20, 30. Why? Disobedience. They murdering, killing, robbing, stealing, dying early. You're supposed to live to be like 100 or something, or at least 90 or something. You know what word? Most of these people not gonna make it to 50. The condition was shut. Look around. Look at people who 10, 20, bro. I'm 31. Mother think I'm 18. If I stay on the path I'm on, when I get 50 or 60, if I make it at that age, I probably look like I'm 30 or 20 or something. I ain't gonna flex you, bro. Word. If I make it that old, you know what I'm saying? If you be obedient to life, it will show. Versus, look at young people who disobedient. It's people who got puffed their eyes black. Young people eyes black. Bro. It's like 20, it's like 10 people I can put beside me who like 20. You would think they older than me. They look older than me. They aging faster. Word, listen. Obedient, life, extension. Disobedient, death. Die quick. You age rapidly. Is that not true? You know it's true. Word, you know it's true. Word, for y'all who listen, they know it's true. And y'all who on the other side, y'all know it's true too. That's why the Lord kept you here. That's why the Lord bless you. Your long life. You know what I mean? It's a blessing from the Lord. Versus people whose lives cut short. You know? It's very simple. It ain't rocket science. It's right there. Do you understand that? Y'all doing all right? You all right? I am too. America number one on the list. Why he mentioned other European whites as getting a little extension of time. You do right, God will bless you and give you a little bit of lifespan. Y'all heard me talking about these evil, wicked Caucasian people? Not all of them are bad. Black people. You know, I wish I could say all black people are good. By choice, you're the people of God. But by circumstance, a lot of y'all acting like devils. The number one murders of yourself. Well, number two. You can't say number one because you can't beat history over 400 years. The white dude got 400 years of murdering y'all. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all murdering each other right now, robbing, killing, gang banging, and doing this and doing that. It ain't 400 years worth of doing this. You know what I mean? I would say y'all the number one murders of y'allselves, but you're not. The Caucasian brother got y'all whooped by 400 years. You know what I mean? That's just a fact. hanging y'all, miss word. That's confirmation to the fullest. Now I mean word. Like I said, not all Caucasian people bad. This is what I was saying. Y'all hear me talk about Caucasian people? My great grandma had 2 friends until the day she died that helped take care of her. A woman named Miss Boots and a woman named Miss Cress. And both of these women are Caucasian women. God bless them women too. Don't you know? God bless them women. They was helping my grandma to the day she died. Even after one of them died, one of them passed away. But she was still helping her even through the grave. Word, she was still getting checks. Word, my great grandma worked for these women for years. You know, some of y'all be bouncing from job to job, place to place. My great grandma was. Some of y'all can't keep a house for no more than a year. You move from place to place to place to place to place. Ain't that something? You can't stay still. The Lord told Abraham, stay here to the land until I show you. He told Isaac, stay here until I show you another spot. He told Jacob, stay here until I show you another spot. A lot of y'all can't keep one damn place, can you? Sean, you kind of unstable. You bounce from place to place to place to place to place. Why you can't be still? You can't stay in one spot. You ain't happy what you got. Word, you know what I mean? Listen, that's another story from that day. My great grandma was in one spot for over like 50 years. You hear me? She worked for these 2 white people, these 2 white ladies, Miss Crest and Miss Boots. God bless them. They helped my great grandma until the day she died. One of them died before my great grandma, but still was helping her even through the grave because she told her son or something to keep sending her checks or something. Bro. Word. Everybody know about Miss Boots and Miss Crest. If you come from 805, everybody know about Miss Boots and Miss Crest. Many people don't talk about it, but I am. You see how the good things be there? The stuff to be remembered about that people don't talk about. Anybody can take a damn dead deceased pitch and hold the pitch up in memories. They ain't got much out of it. You know what I mean? That's like anybody can talk about Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, but not everybody was with this guy. Yeah, when stuff hit the fan, a lot of people close the doors on Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. A lot of y'all who hold y'all talking this, when the brother was out here walking day by day, standing up against the force of this damn evil, wicked people, many people wrong with him. But those of y'all who was, y'all can talk. Y'all can talk mad stories. Yeah, you can go into detail about things that I can't go into detail about because that feeling out there. It's a fiery feeling. It's a passion about it that you can't create. You can't make it up. You can't sugarcoat it. You can't fake it. You can't paint it. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it, my boy. That's like some of y'all who true friends. Y'all see y'all true friends? You know your true friend from a mile away. You can't fake it with them. You can't make it up. You know that's your homeboy. So when you see him, you know that's your boy. You know it. Some of these people, you got a coach to be real. Man, you can't make this crap up, bro. Y'all see this feeling and passion? I'm telling you, when I think about certain things, I'm telling you, many people, they don't got this, bro. They fake as hell. They can't be jealous, be envious. Woo! That's it. Jealous, envious. That's all they got is jealousy and envy. I mean, they're gonna die like that. Sad to say. I wish the best for you. But damn, some of y'all just hey. You know what I mean? Yeah. Y'all heard me talk about you hear the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And myself, I'm reading what I stand on what he believes on. It ain't nothing I read I don't stand on. What's the point of me reading? You know what I mean? Think about what I just said. It ain't nothing I'm reading I don't stand on. It's like the Bible. Many of y'all read the Bible but you don't stand on it. Why you read it? You know what I mean? What you trying to find out there? I don't know. I really don't want to know. From what y'all think. I don't want to have that in mind. The Bible said, let this mind be in you that's of Christ Jesus. A lot of these people mind on dumb mode. You know what I mean? Unstable mode. Nah, I'm happy just the way things is. I wouldn't trade it for the world, my boy. But listen, many of these people, they don't got this. But y'all who do, y'all who you can talk, unlike the other people. They don't got these stories. They gotta make it up. They gotta make it up. They gotta make it up and leave people out. Look, they'll make it up and leave out the people who really doing stuff. You know what I mean? That's how you would know. If I got 3 people around, let's say I got 3 people around me, right? And one of the people, like really real, I'm gonna mention the other 2 people and not mention the real person to try to make myself look hard. Because me compared to them is like it's miles, miles of difference. But hey, it's like people who make up of it's like people who be doing ghostwriting and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Making up this or it ain't real. It ain't no passion right there. It ain't the same as it would be if it was real. Be a whole different other flow. That's what's missing. Real. that's the difference maker. Dolph, Mo 3, Boosie, Tupac, real. These other people, you know what I mean? Must fake as hell. You know what I mean? Word. They got some good music. You know what I mean? Must be fake as hell. Word. I mean, they're not real. They don't take care of their people. Never did nothing for their people. Word. You know what I mean? This and that. You know what I mean? That's like a Glock or a dog. Mess with dog. That's my name. Word. Glock he hard, but Glock ain't like dog. I don't mean no disrespect. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Miles difference. Miles difference. Dolph put niggas on. Dolph make sure people right. Automate. I can see people's hearts, bro. They don't got that. They don't got what dude got. That's why it don't hit the same. It hit different. FIBJ man, it hit different. when that heart right there, it hit different. You can make good music, but bro, I ain't got a problem with Key Glock though. I'm just saying. I mess with Dolph. That's my name. Key Glock, he alright too, but Key Glock ain't like Dolph. Word. My nigga, he ain't even rocking the Dolphin chain, depending. You know what I mean? Word. You can't never forget about Dolph, nigga. Word. I ain't saying he did anything. That ain't got nothing to do with this. I'll just use that for an example, because many people really, there's people all over, bro. They not like the original. My great grandma, real. You know what I mean? Word. Many people, word. They not like that. You know what I mean? I got an unfloor ring. She's solid too. Word. You know what I mean? Word. Many people ain't like that. Big difference. Miles difference. Word. Miles difference. Day and night. Let me finish this 2 pages before I start at 272. I think page 273. All right. While he mentioned other European, the 2 white ladies, Miss Boots and Miss Kretz, God bless them. All right. I know the Lord blessed them too. I believe that they in heaven because they looked out for my great grandma. 100% fact, without a doubt. If I die and go to heaven and don't see Miss Boots and Miss Kretz up there, I'll be shocked. Shocked. You know what I mean? Right. Because they help take care of my great grandma. In small ways, bro. Ain't the small things that mean the most? Small things that mean the most. You'll be surprised how people don't even get the small things right. Small things mean a lot, man. Them little small things, them little small moments can be the difference between a, you know what I mean? All right, bro. Think about that. Many people miss it. Y'all been paying attention to the small things. Hey, that's what make life special, though. The small things, man. That's a blessing to have. Many people ain't got that. He singled America and Germany out as being. He singled Master Fard Muhammad singled America and Germany out as being the 2 worst vicious, evil, destructive troublemakers of the entire nation of Earth. All right. And that America had mistreated us, the so-called Negroes, so much that she cannot be equally paid back for the thing. that she cannot be equally paid back for the evils she has done to the poor black slaves. But maybe not on this earth. Hey, some of y'all on earth might do some things that you can't be paid back for on earth. That's like if a person killed 100 people. You only could die one time. You can't die 100 times. But in hell, you can die millions of times. In word, and not that. That makes sense. You can go. It's gonna be some crap that these people get paid back with, bro. They don't even see it. Lord, think about it. But they got a Bible. They call themselves Christians, right? So obviously they believe. They believe. Now they don't believe in God, but they try to worship God, but it's in vain. You know what I mean? Obviously they believe in life after death. Hey, any one of these wicked people, they might have killed hundreds of black people. Some of y'all people, this and that, you might kill hundreds of people, even thousands. You can't be repaid back on earth. You can only die one time. But guess what? In hell, you can suffer over and 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 over for eternity. Over and over. You can get your head blown off, chopped, anything. I don't know the devices or torments that hell got waiting for you. I don't need to know or don't want to know, to be honest with you. It ain't for me. Word. Y'all can trick people. You can take people's houses, take their money, steal their clothes, take their possessions. You can even kill them. Hey, y'all might kill me, but guess what? You might kill a few people. You can only die one time on earth. In hell, you can die over and over and over and over, hot, burning fire, over and over, ain't no escaping, over. You talking, if you think earth, you think it's bad, if you think you had it bad on earth, imagine a place where you can't go to sleep and wake up, ain't no pain pills to take pain away, over and over and over and over, eternity, my boy or girl, over and over and over and over, yeah, until there ain't no stop. Word. You know what I mean? That gotta be a frightening thing. Word. So y'all who go through it down here, it's alright. We go through it down here. Hey, at least we get ours out the way. It ain't gonna be over and over and over and over. Word. You know what I mean? Let that sink in for you evil sick beings. That's something to think about right there. If I was you, I'd try to where I don't even think you can make the best out of your life on earth, to be honest with you. I don't think. But if you can, hey, I'll tell you, go enjoy your life. Better go to the beach somewhere and take as many vacations as you can. Because where you going to, it ain't no vacation. You know what I mean? Ain't no vacations. I'll take a vacation and slide and do everything you can do while you can do it. Because when you get somewhere where you're going to, you ain't gonna be able to do that. That's my advice to all y'all sick, evil, wicked, demon-bound beings. While you got time, I advise you take all the trips you can. Go to the beach or something. Try to work. Go smoke, go drink, go do whatever you can do. Word. That's my advice to you. That's what I would do. If I was on that type of time y'all on, I'd be trying to live my best life up here. Word. I'm trying to tell you. I'll be trying to go as many places as I can. I ain't gonna flex you. I'll be trying to do as much stuff as I can do. Because when you get to where you're going to, damn, you ain't going nowhere. Let that sink in. For any one of y'all who's sick, evil, demon bound, listen, my advice to you is try to live your best life. I will take as many vacations and trips and do everything I can do. I smoke, I drink, try to have all the sex I can have. Because when you get to where you get to, all that's cut out. Ain't no pleasure. I try to have as many memories as I can. You know what I mean? Because when you get to where you get to, it ain't no moments. You know what I mean? That's from me to you. Word. You know what I mean? You know? Word. It ain't funny, but it's funny. Word. Let that sink in. Word. You know what I mean? Y'all want to end that watching the kids. I'll be having fun. If I was you, word, I'd be rolling up in smoke. Word. I ain't flexing. If I was in some of y'all shoes, nigga, I'd be trying to have my best life. I'll be rolling up in some more. Ain't nothing wrong if y'all smoking and blowing. That's cool. Some people y'all saving y'all is blowing smoking up. You know, I'm talking about people who know what they going to. All the time. I try to be as in a pleasant state as I can be. Because when you get to where you get to, my boy, it ain't no pleasure. It ain't no joy. It ain't no happiness. It ain't no peace. You know what I mean? Day and night. Hellfire. For all the harm you caused. For all the mistreatment you did. Word. For everything you did. And the people you did wrong to. Word. You gotta pay that back. You ain't know? You better know. While y'all looking at me, you better know what the hell you got going on. Word. I don't really give a damn what you got going on. You know, I'm just letting you know what you don't want to know. You probably already do know though. You know. She cannot be equally paid back for the evil she has been done to the poor black slaves on earth. But in the spiritual world, she's gonna get paid back much more. There are thousands and 10,000s of American so-called Negroes, and there are thousands and 10,000s of American so-called Negroes, and in those tens of thousands are such professional and educated class of people and preachers, ministers of the white man's Christianity. Even scientists, scholars of many kinds, and technicians of all kinds who have become submerged into the love and worship of the white race because of advantages. All right. Today, they preach the gospel of being an American citizen and worship equally their intermarriage with the white Americans, who used black women for the time they were brought here 400 years ago until this very day, as they would their stock and cattle. It is a perfect shame and disgrace to see men of the black nation professing themselves to be spiritual guides of God and his people, endorsing and backing the rule of enemies who have spoiled and exploited them to the extent that they are not recognized even among their own kind outside America. These ignorant black will oppose anyone who preaches freedom. Word. They immediately against it. Bro, listen to me. Let me show you how. Let me show you to let you see where you're off at. And let you know that you're against your people. Check this out. I call myself a Jewish man, a Christian man, a Muslim. Let's say I got friends. I got a friend who a Buddhist. Let's say I got a friend who into Hinduism. Let's say I got a friend who into Egypt. All right, listen. Let's say I got 3 friends. One of my friends believe in Egyptian culture. One of my friends believe in Buddhism. One of my friends believe in Hinduism. Listen, if all 3 of my friends doing the best they can, they love their neighbor as they self. They not hating on each other. They helping each other. They loving each other. They uplifting each other. They encouraging each other to walk straight, talk straight, to do their best life. Bro, I'm not gonna never criticize what they got going on. Even though they believe in different things and I believe in. Listen, they walking right, talking right, acting right, loving each other, loving their neighbor as their self. That's the greatest thing anybody can do. Love your neighbor as yourself. Listen, but they in different religions. I ain't gonna never tell them you need to get out of Hinduism. You need to switch up and get out of Buddhism. You need to come out of Egyptian. My boy, if they love me like I love them and treat me like I treat them, they doing what God asked them. They doing what God, my Father, asking the people to do. His own people ain't doing. They cool with me and they cool with my God. In fact, they gonna enter paradise. What? You got to believe in Jesus. Jesus said the 2 greatest commandments. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, and soul. The second commandment, just like the first one, love your neighbor as yourself. Anybody on this earth who love their neighbor as they self and do right, God. What? Yeah. How many of y'all Christian people, so-called, don't even like your own people? You don't even like your own wives and husbands. You know what I mean? You got the dumb look on your face. You don't even like your children. You got a dumb look on your face. Right? I never question or criticize anybody who doing right, living right, acting right, and treating their fellow man as themselves. You cool with me. And even better, you cool with my God. All right. You understand that? But people who against people, the first immediate thing they're gonna do is question this and that. What do this and that got to do with how I'm walking? What do this and that got to do with how I'm treating you? Nothing at all. Why did you even question it? Oh, I know why. Cause something wrong with your ass. That's why. You know what I mean? Let that sink in. God, what you think about that? Let that sink in. Ain't that what y'all do? Are y'all full of questions? Question. Ain't got a damn thing to do with nothing to it. I can only imagine how your whole mind think. Well, in fact, I want you. What's on the inside showing the outside. I wouldn't want to even enter into your mind. Alright, bro. I wouldn't want to feel miserable, weak, sick. Hell no. You could, you know what I mean? Hell no. A lot of these people, it's a perfect disgrace. It is a perfect shame and disgrace to see men of Black nation professing themselves to be spiritual guides of God, and his people endorsing and backing the rule of enemies who have spoiled and exploited them to the extent that they are not recognized even among their own kind outside America. These ignorant Black people will oppose anyone who preaches freedom. Anyone who walking free, they oppose it. Well, how come you doing this? I'm about to say, B, why you worried about me being free, mentally, physically, and spiritually? I was about to say B. It gets to me sometimes. It's a righteous anger, bro. Because word, must be this and that. I think sometimes a lot of people mentally sick, they can't help it. If they mentally sick can't help it, then I overlook that. All right, because I do believe a lot of people mentally sick. They can't really help themselves, you know what I mean? So, best thing to do with that, kind of stay away from them. All right, they mentally sick, bro. You know what I mean? It's one of two things to do. You know what I mean? Put you in the hospital or something, or this and that. But where I don't really know. And you know what I mean? Or you know, people mentally sick, bro. So, can't argue with a mental person. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You don't argue with a mental person who ain't got it all, but you know what I mean? That kind of looks bad on your part. Fortunately, a lot of people, I know it's real. Well, I just now said, brothers and sisters, I know that's real. Because you got some people around kind of mental, like you can't argue with them. You know what I mean? It ain't really worth it. You better off talking to a brick wall. You know what I mean? Or arguing with a mental person. It look bad on your behalf. Right. Yeah. These ignorant Black people oppose anyone who preaches freedom, justice, and equality in some of this earth that we can call our own. It is clear that such a spiritual leader as this is more an enemy to his people than the real devil, the Caucasian. Yeah, y'all people be preaching as well. Y'all worse than the. All right, y'all worse than, man. I'm telling you, man. They want to please the enemy at the expense and destruction of their own people. They are more upset. The clergy, over the preaching of justice for our people and the home on this earth than we can call that we can call our own than the white man himself. Some of these black people. Sad to say, it be your own people sometimes. Sad to say, who even worse than some of the Caucasian people sometimes. Sad to say, word, and y'all know this too. Word, somebody see y'all doing right, your own people start hating on you, trying to question, figure this out, instead of being happy for you. Why you ain't happy? I mean, damn, what you want to see? I seen people more happy I seen people more happy for people who cracked out, who off of heroin, who off of alcohol. You know what I mean? Might as well be happy when you smoking and drinking. Oh, look, hey, come here, give me a hug. Smoking and drinking. Word, but when you sober thinking straight, they don't like that. You evil wicked bastard. Word. Word, I ain't evil wicked bastards. Word. That's how I feel about you. You know what I mean? Word. Y'all will be happy when y'all see people doing wrong. When you do see them doing right. You sick as hell. But I already know that. Y'all sick as hell. But I already know that. It ain't no surprise. You know what I mean? It ain't no surprise. Yes, no. Do I got a witness? If I got a witness, type drop a 100. Yeah, these people. They hope, as I said, to always say, preach, teach, pray, sing, and act in a way which pleases the slave master of their fathers and his children. They are a class of Uncle Toms, and stool pigeons. They are the first to go to the policeman and FBI seeking persecution for those who stand for freedom, justice and equality, and independence for the black man of America by their admired and worshipped enemy, the white race. They will accuse them of trying to overthrow the government or even causing trouble. Your own people. Well, the white man has looked into their faces many times, as into their children's faces, and cursed them and called them black Negroes and told us to our faces that they hate us and should kill us. How far did this go in? I'm gonna end it on that note because I didn't know hour 30 went by. Get to read. No, damn sure went back. I think I gave y'all like 4 hours today. I think I gave y'all like 4 hours so that my voice, I can feel it a little bit. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna stop it on this though. Y'all be blessed, man. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. Peace. Believe that.